guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to do a foundation review and wear test. I haven't done one of these in a minute, so I'm excited to do one today. Basically, I apply the foundation with you guys, one side with a brush, the other side with a sponge, and then I do a few check-ins throughout the day to see how the foundation is wearing. And today's foundation is going to be the very viral and trending Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Skin Tint. So this is a skin tint, not a foundation, but I've seen this all over social media and I'm excited to do a full wear test with you guys. I've used this 2 times so far and I've really enjoyed it and I'm really impressed by the coverage. So that's why I want to do a full review and wear test with you guys today. And if you're new here, hey, welcome. Hit subscribe down below if you want to see more beauty videos by me. I upload every Sunday and I do all things beauty, and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. And I also have a whole playlist on foundations I've already reviewed in the past. I'll link that up here if you're interested in checking out more, but let's dive into it. All right guys, I just pulled it up on Ulta and this is the Superstay 24-Hour Skin Tint plus Vitamin C. It has 4.2 stars. It's pretty good. 478 reviews. I will have to say that the shade range is kind of lacking right now, so I'm hoping, since this product has been like very viral and everywhere, that maybe they will come out with more shades soon. So I have the shade 120. This is a good shade for me when I'm very light. So you get 1.0 ounces, which is typical for like a foundation, and right now on Ulta it's $17.99. So that's kind of expensive for a drugstore product. And I typically don't buy from Maybelline because they're one of those big super brands at the drugstore that aren't a cruelty-free brand. But 90% of the time I don't buy from non-cruelty-free brands. But I figured I really want to try this because it has been trending everywhere. So a little bit about the skin tint. Long wear skin tint that delivers skin-like coverage and a natural radiant finish while resisting sweat, humidity, and fading. Buildable to light medium coverage. Weightless feel up to 24-hour wear. The vitamin C brightens skin instantly and over time. Dermatologist tested, non-comedogenic, and suitable for sensitive skin, which is great because right now I have acne prone skin and I tend to lean a little more dry because of all the healing acne skincare products I'm using. I have nothing on my face right now except for my skincare. I've let that sink in for about 20 minutes now, and we're not going to do primer because we're going to see how this wears on its own. So I've used this twice and I already know that I hate the packaging. It's just messy. I just feel like it's going to drip on my clothes and just get everywhere. And so much comes out on that dropper that you don't even squeeze it out. You just smear it on your face. I don't love that, honestly. One side I'm going to do a sponge, the other side a brush. I'm gonna use a brush on this side. This is my struggling side. Look for a skin tint, how that covered. I'm pretty impressed with the coverage of this. Also, sorry about the lighting. I still need to get a blind for this window, I promise. But look at that coverage. Look how much it concealed the redness. I mean, you can still see my acne, but the redness, and look how smooth and even my skin tone looks. Let's do the other side with a sponge. Not even squeezing it out. I'm just literally spreading it on like a spatula. And there's the side with the sponge. I got a little more glow going on with the sponge, probably the added moisture from the damp sponge. Both applied really, really well. I think both will work. It's just your preference whether you're a brush or a sponge. I'm just so far really impressed by the coverage for a skin tint. That's pretty amazing. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can see closer up. All right, so this is the brush side. Again, look how well that concealed the acne and the redness. It's mainly the redness that I'm really impressed with. Looks very smooth, definitely looks skin-like. And then here's the sponge side. I feel like the brush side did a little better job covering the acne, and this looks a little more sheer than the brush side, but both look really beautiful. Hopefully you can see with this lighting. I'm so sorry. So I have a lot of natural glow coming through, which I really, really love since I have dry skin. Skin-like, it doesn't look heavy. It's not sinking into the pores or my fine lines. Feels really comfortable. We're off to a good start. Alright guys, so far so good. I am really loving this. I mean, the past 2 times I worn it, I really enjoyed it. I just didn't get to wear it a very long time. So today I'm definitely going to do about 8 hours for you guys, do a few check-ins. Right now I'm going to apply the rest of my makeup. I'll pop back on here to show you like the final look and tell you how everything applied on top. And then yeah, I'll check in a few more times throughout the day. Be right back. Alright guys, I am back. Just finished my makeup. Everything applied so nicely on top of the skin tint. I had no pilling, nothing kind of moved. It looks freaking great, and I have something shocking to tell you. I didn't even use concealer on my breakouts. I just built up the skin tint a little bit more on this area. Now I could use concealer, but I am just impressed at how much it covered my breakouts. So I actually didn't put on concealer because I want to see how it goes throughout the day. Like, that is really good for a skin tint. I didn't even have to use concealer. So I'm hoping this can be like my everyday skin tint. Okay, so first impressions, I would say it looks beautiful. The coverage is amazing for a skin tint. Like, it's so good. Like, this is like, I feel like better than some of my foundations, and it just feels really like light on the skin. I will have to say, since I currently have dry skin, that it does feel a little more dry for like a skin tint, and my face does feel a little tight, but it doesn't look dry, and it's not like dry and crusty in any of my problem areas. So I feel like if you have oily, combo, or normal skin, you will love this. You will love this. Now, if you have more dry skin, I have to say you have to try it out. Maybe prep your skin really well. We'll have to see how it goes throughout the day, but it does feel a little like dry on the dry side. Not uncomfortable, and a little like tight, but not in like an uncomfortable way. And maybe if I just prep my skin a little bit more underneath with like a hydrating primer. But anyways, that's just a side note. So right now it is 1:24 in the afternoon. So again, I'm gonna try my best to keep this on for 8 hours. I am going to do a few check-ins, come back on here and show you guys how things are going. I just have some house chores I want to do around the house. But yeah, so far I'm really impressed. I'm really enjoying this and loving it. Alright, so I'll be back in a little bit. Hey guys, I'm back. So it is now 3:33, so it's been about 2 hours, a little bit more. Let's do our first check-in. So the coverage is still there. I think it's looking really pretty. I still have a lot of glow coming through, which is really nice. I prefer to get oilier throughout the day than more dry, since I do have dry skin. Nothing's settling into the lines. Feeling pretty good. Let me zoom you in to give you a closer look. Okay, we're zoomed in. So here we are. The coverage is still holding up on my blemishes. Same on this side. Again, you can see a lot of the glow. I like that. I think it makes it look more natural. It's doing pretty good on the sides of my nose. Get really dry. It's looking pretty good there. Nothing's like really crusting or separating. And then you can see on my forehead fine lines, nothing's settling in them. And then my pores still look pretty good. If I would have used like a primer, they would look even better. But so far so good. And I think this is a pretty good color match. Alright, that was my first check-in. I'll probably do another one in a few hours. I'm very impressed with this skin tint and the coverage. So we'll see how it goes throughout the rest of the day. So far so good, and I'll give you like my final updates at the end of the video. So I'll check back in a bit. Alright guys, I am back. This is gonna be my final check-in. It's just been a long day and I'm ready to take my makeup off. But we're almost at the 7-hour mark. It's 8:07 and 1 more hour to get you 8 hours. Like, not much is gonna change, but I'll give you some updates. Glow is going strong. It doesn't feel like oily. I actually like that there's the glow still coming through. It doesn't feel oily. That dry, tight feeling definitely went away. A lot of the coverage kind of went away from my blemishes, but the rest of the face, everything still looks really good. Let's zoom in so you can see up and close. Okay, so you can see a lot of the glow. There is some settling on the sides of my nose, but it's not too bad for being at like the 7-hour point. It's not really sinking in my forehead lines, but I do notice some creasing here. What do you call that? In between my eyebrows. You can kind of see my lines where I squint are definitely like exaggerated, and you can see some settling, but like that doesn't really bother me. So again, you can see, pardon all the breakouts, but you can see a lot of the coverage has worn away, but you can see that redness peeking through. And obviously this side I don't have too many breakouts, but overall the rest of my face, the coverage is still looking really good. The blush stayed on really well, but I do have some glow in my T-zone, but overall it's pretty good. Alright guys, so final thoughts on the skin tint. I think overall it's really, really good. I'm actually really, really loving it. For like my dry acne prone skin, I think the coverage is amazing and it doesn't feel really heavy like a foundation. I do feel it has like a little dry, tight feeling in the beginning, but over time I feel like moisture was allowed to like come through and it doesn't feel as dry as it did in the beginning. And again, if I prep really good beforehand or with a hydrating primer, I think this would be really, really good. I think if you have really extremely dry skin, I don't know if you're gonna love this, but I think if you have normal, oily, or combo skin, I think you would really, really love it. I think the wear power is there, especially for a skin tint. This is pretty good. The coverage is amazing. The price is a little expensive for drugstore and the shade range is a little lacking, but maybe hopefully in the future they'll come out with more. But overall, I love it and I feel like this is gonna be like my everyday go-to base product just because really good coverage, it's light and comfortable, and I just think it looks really natural and great for every day. If you guys have tried the skin tint before, or if you have a skin tint that you love, let me know down below. I'm really kind of like looking to buy more skin tints just because I like makeup to let my skin breathe since I do have acne prone skin. Or if there is a specific foundation you want a full review and wear test on, let me know. I would be happy to go out and buy any foundation you guys want me to. I mean, I'm always open and I love doing these, so just let me know what you want to see. And if you're new here, hit subscribe so you can stay up to date when I upload. Again, I upload every Sunday, all things beauty. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!